else who was Ryan Garcia. I was hoping it would be the same person coming in. But he fought terribly, and Flash knocked me down 4 times, knocked me out in 3 rounds. I haven't had a fight that bad in a long time. And I was trying to talk about how I feel like this game has gotten better, but it obviously it struggles the most online. Offline, you can get a pretty good experience out of this game. Online, it's just terrible. But let's see here, because the last one was so bad. The lean back has to be taken out of the game, honestly. I've said that about all fighting games. It's the most unrealistic thing ever. But whatever.
When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Both of these athletes' gas tanks are going to be tested. Endurance will be the key on an afternoon like this one.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do you train, spar, and everything?
It's kind of hard to feint in this game, too. That's the one thing I would change if I were them, because feinting is very inconvenient.
You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll on.
Counterpunching is the only way to fight online, and that's also very inconvenient. This game is still a very ugly mess online. Like I said, offline, you can get a pretty good experience. I think it's definitely surpassed Fight Night Champion as far as playing against the computer. It's just, online is so bad. And I would honestly say that it's more the players in the game. Like, it's the most, it's just so toxic. I guess what game isn't, you know, but very exploitable game.
Fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're gonna punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Really still can't believe I lost to that last guy. I mean, everything he hit me with was a flash knockdown. It was at the end of the fight, you know, like I said, he knocked me out. I believe it was 3rd round. I had 100% stamina. He had 69. He had only landed 38% of his shots. He got outlanded by a lot. And it's just every time he hit me, I dropped. It's like game was broken. I'm actually probably gonna upload that just to show, yeah, how big of a problem this game still has in so many areas online. But I am gonna put up a video about playing, you know, the computer and why I think that's actually pretty solid. I love people who don't block their body, I'll be real with you. I mean, it makes the fight so... part of me wants to say, like, body punching takes too much stamina. But I mean, that is real, but it makes body punching super OP. I don't know how I would correct that, but, you know.
Lands the jab.
Man, I wish the lean back would get taken out of all these fighting games. Leaning side to side, sure, but leaning straight back for any extended period of time. A pull is fine. These people are not pulling, they're just leaning back. That's bullshit.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer.
But yeah, I think we've kind of reached like what this game's max potential is. I don't think it's really gonna get any better, but if nothing else, like I said, I mean, when you play against the computer, even on Undisputed, I'll have videos coming up with that. I think it's a pretty damn good game, but I don't think they're ever gonna be able to translate that over into the online. Because people suck, honestly.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
I don't know why I'm thinking he's going to go to the body. He's a headhunter. Yeah, he did go to the body right there, though.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go.
Alright, he's not doing nothing. Yeah. Rough game. And if you're playing, you know, this guy has a losing record, as did the last guy I played, which sucked, but whatever. if you're playing someone who's actually good at this game that has a record anywhere near mine, I mean, it's you know, it can go from
On to the third.
a really competitive hard fight to somebody who just destroys me because they're tapping the same button over and over again. Or like people using Jamie Mungwa, you know, they're just leaning back. I think that might have to do with his height, that you just can't connect with him when he leans back. But yeah, it's, you know, not something I picture being competitive online at any point.
It's all offense all the time. That jab doesn't find a home. Caution is being thrown to the wind.
I think counterpunching is OP too. The game favors counterpunching, you know, so much. Throwing first, obviously, just because right there, if you just look at, I'm just gonna throw a different punch here because the jab doesn't take much, but right there, you see that stamina bar is going down. You're becoming more vulnerable every punch you throw. So if you're not counterpunching, you're hurting yourself. That's rough for the game.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots
That was dumb on my part.
bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart.
Also, and I think a lot of times it's the connection, which they have to, you know, better servers would help everything here, obviously. But, you know, the block at times is just so crazy. You just can't hit people a lot of times. I power punched twice in a row and I paid for it. I don't know what the hell's going on the last two games, where I'm just getting, why? Okay, I hit that button several times, but alright. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't think this is ever going to be a good game online.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That'll be a
Too many things that just don't make sense, and stamina has nothing to do with, you know, how your punches come out.
Here we go in round 4.
Just stuff that they just forgot and just did not think to put in the game.
Coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. Is how you are going to deal with this.
These two were made for each other.
Well, there's also the problem of, you know, if you're throwing a punch, your punch can get stopped by another punch hitting you, which is why you can't really stand and trade with anybody.
This fighter's sort of the death
You know, like stuff like that obviously does happen in real boxing, but it'd be rare that you'd be throwing an uppercut to somebody's body, they hit you with a right hand, and your hand just fucking drops. Like, hey, that punch would probably be putting you down, if that was the case. But whatever.
Just when you thought, did you see that?
Yeah, I mean, that, you know, I understand you're countering a jab with an uppercut, a body jab with an uppercut. I do get that. But again, at what point does stamina take any effect here? You know.
Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's gonna finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed back on it. Like it never happened.
And obviously, like, you know, I can't switch my jab up and start going to his head, really, because he just wants to lean his head back. So I'm stuck here doing this shit, and he's, you know, power punching off of me. And here I'm not going to be able to get him down. I can already kind of tell that. You know, because rocking somebody means dick all in this game. Yeah, you know. When you have flash knockdowns and then you rock somebody, and I've rocked people like 10 times around, you know what I mean, and they'll not go down. There's just so many things that could be fixed with this game that could make the online experience better. It's never going to be good, but it can be better.
On to the 5th we go. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is If it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because...
There we go.
A good body shot will paralyze you, and as you can see here, that's exactly what happened.
I need...
You know, and even that, it's, I don't know, it's kind of cheap. But whatever.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there.
I don't know.
Boom. Back in the same spot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dick around this round because there's absolutely no reason for me to. It's a 10-8 round. All he's gonna do is counterpunch, and all he's gonna do is try to wait for the body jab, and yeah, there it is. Fuck him, I don't have to deal with that shit if I don't want to.
You know what? The cornermen now, it's time for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
There you go. Also, when you throw something to the body, it takes significantly longer for you to be able to block counterpunch than if you throw something to the head. Which, you know, I was a boxer in real life. I don't recall that being a problem in real life, but, you know. Who knows what I've forgotten. Obviously, another big thing here is how awkward punch animations are. Some more awkward than others, and a lot dependent on which fighters you're using. But the, you know, I mean, they're very bad animations. Yeah, that's why you get fighters getting, like, at times stuck inside each other or wrapped around, because the animations are just so bad.
There's the bell to start round 6. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Todd, listen to me.
You know, like any game that has updates and stuff like that, obviously, you know, the game changes drastically over time. But, you know, the original videos I'd made with this game, yeah, the game has changed so much, it doesn't even look the same. And honestly, in a lot of ways, the original version of this game that came out had a lot of things going for it better than this. Now, obviously, the power punching was terrible, the stun states were terrible. But if they could have just worked with that system and improved that system, I think we'd be in a better place than this bullshit.
Oh, and it's flashing lights for the flash here. He's got, and the kid goes.
Because, and even there, if he had really tried to block, I think he would have been able to keep me from knocking him down. You know, he tried to take a swing there, and that's always gonna be bad if you're rocked.
Knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Now he's not leaning back as much, so I can start using that jab to the head. And again, I understand if you want to pull and slip, but being able to stand like that is ridiculous. It's a problem with every combat game there is right now. And he is flat-footed, so that's good.
Is not an option for these two. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Final 10 seconds.
My punches feel like they're in slow motion all of a sudden, too. I don't know what's up with that.
In that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial.
But yeah, I mean, this game has gone through a lot of changes, and in a lot of ways, it's worse.
Really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
You know,
that knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown.
it was, you know, pretty obvious when it came out. I mean, the list of things they had to work on was like a mile long, and because of that, I mean, you're never going to be able to get to all that stuff. You're never going to be able to get to most of it. And, you know, that's what we see here. Ah, he's too far back now. Oh, I did not mean to do 3 of those. I don't, okay. But yeah, take the lean back out of the fucking game. They won't, because I mean, obviously that's very meta in and all fighting games now. But if they took that out, this game would get way better. Also, you know, have people be able to not be fucked. You shouldn't be able to go backwards as fast as you can go forwards, and the game does that also, which is, you know. And here we are on the inside again. I'm landing. Okay, he does go down. That's, you know, unless you can get somebody stuck on the ropes, it's going to be really hard to drop them. The big problem with the game is that vulnerability isn't really a thing. Alright. There we go. I don't know. I don't feel good about that. It was like, you know, it is what it is. Though, like I said, I'll be posting a video probably pretty soon. Playing the computer offline on Undisputed. And that's where I think this game actually does shine a little bit. So, I did not realize I threw 33 power punches. Well, yeah, I was throwing a decent amount. I didn't have very good counters, but alright. If you like this, you know, please like, comment, subscribe, and I appreciate it.